Today is Esther Day, so happy Esther Day, everybody. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Esther Day, Esther Earl was a nerd fighter who lost her battle with cancer, and she was very close to John. She had asked that, this day be a day for us to celebrate and let the people in our lives know how much they mean to us, and let the people that we care about know how much we love them. So for this Esther Day, I'm not really entirely certain what I'm going to do. I could use this day to let you all know how much I love you and how much you all mean to me and how awesome I think you are. Go into the next thing that I want to talk about with you. The important thing that I want to discuss is to let all of you know, I'm not going to go into detail about this right now because it's just starting to formulate, but as a result of all of your beautiful comments, I think I officially have a plan for my life, for the future. I have a thing that I've been able to settle on. I will most likely have to go back to school, which I never wanted to do, but sometimes you have to do the things you don't want to do to get the things that you want. So I'm going to eat my broccoli so that I can have my ice cream, because I'm an adult. And I just wanted to thank you all for your beautiful comments. Every single person that commented on that video is a wonderful person, and thank you. And also just to let you all know that me doing that video, me coming home, talking to my husband, I have to manifest my own destiny. So I'm going to do that. I missed you guys since I didn't do too many videos last week, and I didn't do any videos really the week before. It's funny how much I realized how much I love interacting with you, being a part of a community. I love it, and it's awesome, and I'm extremely grateful for, not just Nerdfighteria, like definitely Nerdfighteria, but also I think just this teeny little group that I have of all you lovely people. You are awesome. And kind of segue into the next thing that I wanted to talk about. A lot of you I got to meet at VidCon, which was fantastic. Like I said in my last video, VidCon was awesome, and I'm really grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm grateful that I spoke up about my desire to go, and that because I spoke up, me and my husband worked it out so that I could go. Sans children, because that would have been a completely different experience. Not necessarily a bad one, but definitely not the same experience that I had. So the one thing that I am having kind of a personal, crises or issue or whatever you want to call it with is I don't want to just name drop a bunch of people, because I'm not about that. I didn't take any pictures really. I didn't take any video, and that was a completely intentional decision that I made because I wanted to just do nothing but experience it. There are a few videos that I'm in. I will link to those videos, so if you want to see them, you can. But I want to kind of just gauge your opinion, because I'm really not hey, I got to meet this person, and hey, look how cool I am because I associated with this individual. Because I think that means, I don't know, maybe that they're better than me, which I completely don't think is true. But I know there are some of you that didn't get to go that want to know, who did you get to meet and what was it like? And I have no problem sharing those experiences. But at the same time, I don't want to be hey, I met this person, famous YouTuber, la la la. There was basically 3 factors that made VidCon probably one of the best experiences of my life. The first is that I was alone. And by alone, I mean I was not with my family. That was a very wonderful experience, being kind of just responsible for me and me alone. And enjoyed the heck out of it. But it was also kind of strange because being a parent, you know, you're always responsible for your kids, no matter what the situation is. And having 5 days where I couldn't be responsible for my kids at all, it was weird. Not bad, but not good either. So, but it was enjoyable to not have to feed anybody but myself. I will say that much. I definitely enjoyed like feeding Liz and, well, you know, Ashley, because Ashley Lehman, you know. So that's actually the second part of VidCon that made it awesome, was I got to meet some of you and some people that I just know from the Nerdfighter world, the YouTube space, whatever you want to call it. That was sort of like my little group of friends that I got to have. Like, friends. I know, it was awesome. Like, I got to go to panels with Ashley Lehman and Sarah Langworthy, who's Developmental Enthusiast. And I will link to all of these channels, because if you are not subscribed to these people, you absolutely should be. And Jacqueline from SciJoy and her sister, and Garrett Robinson, who's a very cool dude. So yeah, definitely subscribe to his channel, because he was a lot of fun to hang out with. And one of his friends, Marx, also has a channel, and he was a super interesting individual to talk to. And let's see here. Oh, Peter Mussert is probably one of the sweetest people in the world, and I got to hang out with him quite a bit. Betty from Articulations, and let's see if I'm forgetting somebody. It's just because I didn't get much sleep since then. I haven't really caught up on sleep. So it was really neat, because I had this little group of friends that I got to go to panels with and to have lunch with, and then we also went out to dinner. And that by far was the most fantastic, most exciting, most interesting, and just most wonderful part of the entire VidCon experience. And if I go back next year, it will be for that. So I can't say enough how awesome it was to meet you if we met at VidCon. It was fantastic. And I would say lastly, the third part of VidCon was meeting some of the bigger YouTubers. And, oh God, okay. You know what, I'm just gonna give you guys two. One, there's a video I got to talk to Craig Benzine, Maisie Waiter. There is actually this amazing 360 video in which it happenstancely captured a few seconds of me meeting Craig. And I will just say right now, across the board, that every single YouTuber that I met was wonderful, kind, and just a great person. So I got to meet him, and that was overwhelming and just so intense that I almost cried afterwards, but I didn't. And it was just because it was the first big YouTuber that I got to interact with. And then later that same day, I went down to the PBS Chill Lounge, which I spent quite a bit of time there, and I got to have conversations with Sarah Green, who is John's wife, and who, more importantly, does the art assignment, which I am a very, very active member of that community as well, because what they do is amazing. And I did get to tell her that, I used to be the kind of person that was art? What? Art is only for, fancy people who have lots of money and who look down on other people. And it's so not that. And I learned that from being a part of the art assignment. So I got to talk to her about that, plus this little weird thing that, I don't know, maybe she thought was cool, maybe she didn't, but she was very kind about it, that our kids are literally the exact same age, only I have So that was like a weird little thing that I just was like, I learned that myself, and then like I was like, you know what, I'm sorry if this is weird, but our kids are the exact same age, month and year and everything. Weirdness. So the last one I am going to talk about is that I got to cry in front of Lindsay Doe, because apparently that's a lifelong goal that I had that I didn't know about. But it ended up that I went and I got to meet her after one of the panels. And literally the only reason that I started crying is A, because what she has meant to me in my life is a very, 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 very significant thing. And 2, I really started to miss my kids by that day, which I think was like the second or third day of VidCon, which was like my 4th day away from my family. And so I was talking to her about how, because basically sexplanations is a huge thing for me because I got like 0 sex education. She's pretty much taught me everything that I know about healthy sex ed. Exactly everything that I know. What I'm doing is trying to teach my daughter. So she's kind of like broken the cycle of lack of information within the women in my family. So that's kind of a huge thing. And I missed my kids. And so it was like when I started to talk about my daughter, I just started weeping. And yeah, I couldn't not. Yeah, so I did a good bit of crying in front of her, but she was such a dear about it, and got to give her a hug, and it was wonderful. And on the last day of VidCon, I got to go out to dinner. I got to go out to dinner with a group of people, and it was a wonderful and amazing experience. And then I got to go to Disney with my buddy, Steve Moulton, who you may know from Sharknado. And I had him sign my Sharknado t-shirt, which was so much fun to do. And overall, VidCon, Disney Day, all of it was amazing. LAX sucks. It's like the worst airport in the world. But the entire experience was amazing. It was wonderful. And I'm exhausted. And I'm probably going to be exhausted for a while. If you have an idea for how I can like share with you without feeling like I'm name dropping, or if I just need to get over that and be like, hey, this is the world that you live in now, it's okay, it's not weird, let me know, because I do have some serious reservations with like being that kind of person. But I want to share it with you because it was awesome. Some of us actually started a second YouTube channel called We Create EDU. And it's basically taking everything that we learned from VidCon and sharing it with people who couldn't make a certain panel or couldn't make it to VidCon altogether. And I was lucky enough to be asked to be part of this. And we did a hangout Sunday, and Jacqueline from SciJoy has been making videos for Vlogmas. But check it out, We Create EDU, how to YouTube. And it's something I'm very proud to be a part of. So that's pretty much my video for today. I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Okay. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye.